So in this tutorial I'm going to be making a signature using a League of Legends render. Um, First you open your render like you see me doing, and you have to forgive me because I'm going to do everything really fast because it was really long and I didn't want to do like a 27-minute video, so I'm not going to do it. So right here I'm just basically setting up where I want like placement of the render. I'm basically just filling in the space so that I can get a good background just to start with. Basically right now I'm just smudging. I use the just one of the leaf tools, and then I like to play with blending layers, maybe like lighten or screen or color dodge. For this one I'm going to use color dodge, and that basically makes things a lot lighter. And then basically I just duplicate that, and I just again I smudge the background using different filters. This one I'm going to use a square brush, and I kind of like customize it by making it you know, bigger squares or smaller squares, and change the opacity of each square with the brush tool in Photoshop. Next I actually have a custom render that has been cut out for me. I don't actually have to cut out this time, which is good because I'm lazy. So I basically just place it in the exact position of where the background render was at, and then basically I just I'm going to duplicate it, and then I go behind each one and I smudge each one of the layers of that render, changing the blending options for each one, all to either screen or color dodge, just depending on what looks better. Generally, color dodge gives you a better lighting, so I like to do that. And this is all smudge tool, and this is all just what you like. I like to use the leaf brush a lot, as well as like custom square brushes. It really adds, I think, to the overall image. And right now I am basically just And basically what I just did was I just added some kind of like photo filters. What it's called. It's an adjustment that is basically gives it a kind of a hue, like an orange is what I chose. And basically what I'm doing now is I'm darkening it, just to kind of get the coloring and the lighting right, because that's very important when making SIGs. Is you want to have smooth lighting, and it gives it depth as well. Um, and again, I'm just adding different kind of gradients to it to kind of give it that, that effect, the desired effect that I'm looking for, which is just kind of a darker one. What I'm doing now is I'm adding another gradient, which actually gives it kind of a very cool kind of hue to it. And now I'm just going in, and I'm going in, as you see, with each layer, and I'm adjusting it how I want it. So even though like you do a gradient or some kind of effect and it fills the entire SIG, basically you can go back and adjust each one to your liking. That's basically what I do. And right now I'm going in and I'm finding like a cool, this is actually a space scene or a fractal that I like, and I'm just gonna actually just place it in there, add where I want it to go, and then I change it to the screen option. Right now it's lighten, but I'm gonna change it to screen option. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there I go. Then I just kind of move it how I want it. I resized it a little bit, just to fit it right. And this just adds cool depth and feel to it, different lighting. And it also blends the actual render in a little bit better, because it kind of overlays over it, and it kind of just gives it that a little bit more depth. And again, I go in and I just kind of smooth everything out and expose the areas of the actual render. In this case, the werewolf Warwick, and I just make him stand out. And now I just kind of go and put an overall color over it. And again, I'm just going in and I'm taking what I just did over it off, basically, and I'm just kind of isolating certain parts of my render so that just certain parts show up brighter or darker. In this case, I'm darkening and lightening just Warwick, but nothing else. And again, I go back and sharpen it, and this is all personal preference. You don't have to do any of this. Just kind of, it's the little details that I like. So if you, when making SIGs, if there's certain things that you like or you have a certain style, just go with them. I mean, this is just for your benefit to kind of just see how people make SIGs. You can add to this. You can use the style. You can take away from the style anything that you want. It really is completely up to you and what you like in it. And again, I'm just putting the final touches on my SIG. I'm adding different things, like right now I'm adding kind of like a lighting dots effect and kind of give it that cool lighting effect, as it were. I mean, and like I said, this is all personal preference. This is nothing that is set in stone. And again, I'm just going in and darkening it because I want it to be darker, and it's my signature. Deal with it. Um, yeah, so I'm getting close to done. I'm just gonna go in and add borders. I'm just doing a simple two border, like black border on each the top and the bottom. And now I'm going in and since this is a request, I'm going in and I'm doing the text, and it's just simple text. I mean, I didn't really do anything to the text but lower the opacity after placing it, which just kind of blends it in a little bit. I mean, nothing special. In this particular sig, it's just one of those cases that I can do that. Some sigs it takes a little bit more to actually find text the way you need it to be. But yeah, so I'm done with the sig, and this is the final result.